What's up guys, it's Kara here, and today we are cooking in my kitchen and we are gonna make for you some delicious high protein pumpkin pie waffles. Now to get started, you're gonna need a waffle maker for this in case you weren't sure about that. And what I'm gonna suggest you do is get some non-stick cooking spray and go ahead and spray both the top and bottom, okay? That's a key component here. You don't want your waffle to stick in there. So spray it down, and what I suggest you do is plug it in while you go ahead and mix up your ingredients so that the waffle maker is nice and hot when we go to make our waffle. To get started, all you're gonna need is a bowl, and we're gonna go ahead and mix everything up in one bowl. I am going to use the pumpkin pie protein by MTS Nutrition because it is the best protein out there. And if you don't have the pumpkin pie protein per se, you can use like the vanilla, snickerdoodle, cinnamon, birthday cake, and then just add some pumpkin pie spice to it to give it that like pumpkin pie taste. But I'm lucky and I'm a spoiled brat and I have every flavor of MTS Whey, so you guys can be super jealous of me. I'm gonna use 1 full scoop of the pumpkin pie protein. And depending on how you guys want to portion this out, this is gonna make either one ginormous waffle or you can make a couple waffles. It's up to you and kind of how you want to do it. So we've got the protein in there. For flour, I'm gonna use the coconut flour. If you wanna use a different flour, you absolutely can. I like the coconut flour that it makes it kind of fluff up a little bit. So I'm gonna add about 14 grams of coconut flour, which ends up being about 2 tablespoons. All right, the next ingredient that you guys may not have on hand, so yes, you can make this recipe without it, but I highly suggest you stop this video right here and run out and get some, is Psyllium Whole Husks. I have used this in other recipes before. Let's see if you can get in there. No? Yes? Okay. So you can see it's just like, it's literally like little husks, and it's basically fiber. So adding this into any recipes is gonna add some nice bulk. It's voluminous and it expands in liquid. So it kind of fluffs up and puffs up anything you're making, and it also does the same in your intestinal tract. So what that means is not necessarily you're gonna have gas all day long, because I know you're worried about that, but you are gonna feel full and satisfied, and you're gonna feel full much longer than if you didn't incorporate this in. So you guys can find this pretty much at any grocery store, order it online, I don't care what you do, but you should have some of this on hand, and we're gonna add 5 grams. So 5 grams is 5 grams of fiber. So I wouldn't go any higher than that with the psyllium husk. 5 grams is about a tablespoon, which is what I just measured out. So I wouldn't suggest going any higher than that because you probably will feel like gassy McGass, which isn't cool. No one's gonna wanna be around you. Next, baking powder. Throw a little bit of that in there. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon. Yep, half a teaspoon to make it rise. Next on the list, we're gonna add some pure pumpkin. Again, that's also gonna add to it that pumpkin flavor that we're so desiring. And I weighed out 60 grams of pure pumpkin, so that's going in there. Next, we're gonna use some liquid egg whites. I've measured out 3 tablespoons of that, which ends up being about 46 grams. I'm gonna dump that right in there. And last on my list is a little bit of sweetener. Again, your preference. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of this. And then we're gonna go ahead and mix this all up. All right guys, once you have your batter good and mixed and your waffle maker is hot, we're gonna go ahead and add this on there. And I'm just gonna make 1 big waffle, so we're gonna dump the whole thing on there. And then I'm just gonna spread it. The batter's pretty thick, so I'm just gonna spread it a little bit before I close the waffle maker. All right guys, so you know your waffle is done when it's toasty on the outside. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't spread it in there quite perfectly, so it kind of looks like I already took a bite out of my waffle, which I did not. So it's not perfect. But let's be real, all you guys watching this, you're not gonna spread it in there perfect either. But just so you know, this does make 1 giant waffle. It smells delicious. You can go ahead and add whatever toppings you want to add to it, but the addition of the psyllium husk in there and your pure pumpkin is going to make this very nutritionally dense with vitamin A, fiber, good source of fat in there, lots of protein, and you will definitely be satisfied after eating this. So I hope you guys enjoy. Try this out, give it a like, and keep checking back for more.